Today I'm gonna show you the difference between the Razer Huntsman V3 Pro Mini and an ordinary rapid trigger keyboard, in this case the Womier M68HE. The unit that I bought had the Snap Tap functionality available without having the latest firmware, but I recommend to use the latest firmware for the keyboard. I did all the testing using the latest one. After updating the firmware, when you open Razer Synapse and select your keyboard, you'll have the Snap Tap functionality in the actuation section. Make sure to change the profile as the factory default one can't be modified. You can activate it by using FN plus left shift combination, as this is useful to use outside of games. I configured the rapid trigger functionality for the Snap Tap keys as well as the other ones that I use in games. So let me show you how this Razer functionality works. This is the Logitech G915 TKL that doesn't have any rapid trigger, and looking at notepad here. So if I'm pressing AD, it works like this. But if I'm pressing A and I'm pressing D, now even though I have pressed A, the keyboard is not registering input. So look, I'm pressing D, yeah, but even though A is pressed, it's not taking that input. I need to press it again. Every time I press two keys, if one is activated and I press another one, it's like it's not pressed. Let me change it. This is Razer. I'm pressing A and then I'm pressing D. It registers a D, then goes again and registers A. If I'm pressing D, it registers D. If I'm lifting D, it's actually going to register A again, and it's working. So this is the functionality that Razer introduced. But how powerful is this Snap Tap functionality, and what does it actually do in games? I'll let you see some gameplay using the Razer and Womier keyboards. Both have rapid trigger enabled, but Razer has Snap Tap on top of that. So, from the previous footage, while Counter-Strafe is possible with both keyboards, I can tell you that using the Razer keyboard, this action was a lot easier to do and consistent. To be honest, I messed up a few Counter-Strafe using the Womier keyboard, so having a keyboard that can mitigate that issue is amazing. Now, the moment of truth. This keyboard will not make you better at a game. It will help you be more consistent when you know what you are doing, but nothing more. So, don't expect that if you buy a keyboard that has this functionality, like the likes of Razer Huntsman V3 Pro or the Woting keyboards, you will dominate the lobbies. You will still need to learn the mechanics of each game. On YouTube, they call this Razer functionality as cheating, because before this was previously achieved using some script called null movement script. But these were banned in esport competitions, and now this is implemented in the firmware at a hardware level. When it comes to the keyboard, contrary to most reviews out there, I like it. It is a keyboard made for gamers with RGB that doesn't let the end user mod it. The typing experience is not the best, but if you use headphones you are good. Performance is top notch, and the rapid trigger functionality felt more consistent than the Womier, but not by much. I'm not into modding keyboards, so take that into account when dissing me for my opinion. The sound sample is at the end if you are interested in that. And that's it for the video and the new functionality from Razer that some call it cheating, and I call it natural evolution. I truly hope that this functionality will be implemented by all keyboard vendors, but I have my doubts when it comes to some cheap rapid trigger keyboards that were already released. I asked Womier if they plan to implement this, but as they don't do anything, the OEM from which they source these keyboards is responsible for firmware updates or any other software improvements down the road. I don't have high hopes. I hope they prove me wrong. If you like the video, drop a comment below, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Take care and hope to see you all in the next one.